Hello, ladies.
Hi.
You're welcome to Real ParenTEEN. How was today? In church, in mosque? How did it go?
Good. The service was great. It was awesome.
Good. Nice to have you here. Please introduce yourselves.
Thank you. I am Ajia Fauzia Atowolabi. I'm a mother of a teenager. I'm a teacher.
Yeah. I am Folake Aguru. I am also a teacher and I'm a mother of a teenager and an upcoming teenager.
Woo!
Yeah.
Upcoming teenager.
Upcoming.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old are your teenagers?
Mine is 15 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
A boy or a girl?
He's a boy.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Mine is 13 and he's also a
A
boy.
boy. The upcoming.
He's also a boy and he's 11. And he's already behaving like
You can't wait to be
he
a
can't wait. He
teenager.
can't wait.
Okay, I have teenagers as well, of course, as we all do. I have 3 teenagers, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll just remind us again about the purpose of this program, right? Real Parenting is a program that we have set up, to discuss issues and challenges facing teenagers today and to try and offer solutions. We're not perfect, we're not experts, and we're not claiming that we know everything. We're just parents, like other parents watching us out there, just to share our experiences, and see ways that we can help our teenagers, especially in this world we are in today. We all know what's going on out there, so that's the purpose of having this YouTube channel, So we don't claim to be experts in anything. We just want to try our best to share experiences with everybody out there, and we hope to also hear their feedbacks as well. Maybe somebody out there would gain something from whatever we're discussing here. Okay? So we're on the same page.
Okay.
You're welcome, and thanks for coming.
Yeah,
You're welcome. The purpose for today's video, you are both teenager and teachers.
Yeah.
Sorry. Apart from the fact that you are parents, to teenagers, you also teach teenagers, right? I want to know from your experience as teachers, the nature of your job. I know is the pressure is a lot being a teacher. You stay in school till God knows what time. You still have other, personal practices that you do. Have you been able to give adequate time to your teenagers? And considering the fact that you even have boys, I don't know how it feels like, but me with boys, oh my god, how have you been able to marry that, the pressures of your job as teachers, as well as taking care of your teenagers, being there for them? How have you been able to do that?
Honestly, I won't lie to you. It's not easy. Balancing work with our family, taking care of family, it has not been easy. Because as a teacher, now we close late from it wasn't like then that teachers close early, they go home early to take care of the family. But now you see that most schools close late, because in my own school teachers close by 4. And even sometimes after then, you see that there are some children that are weak that you need to as an assist after school. You close before you know it, it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Before you get to your house, before you get home, it's around 6. So we don't have much time taking care of these kids. So, and I think is a big problem.
Okay.
It's causing the kind of challenges we are having at home now. Lack of time. You don't have time. No parental support. They have to be there all alone on their own. There was a time I had to withdraw my children from their former school. I had to take my little girl to my school so as to have much time with her.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So even at that, you can't just be leaving your own class and be attending to your own child just because you want to have more time with that child.
Okay.
And there's still a lot of them that you need to assist, one way or the other. So this is causing, it wasn't like before that teachers as a profession, teaching as a profession, you have much time for your children.
Oh yeah.
No, it's no longer it's the other way around now.
Okay.
So those are the things that we face now.
Okay. This is a good. You have
Like you said, it has not been easy. especially if you have to take up more jobs outside to be able to balance.
Like when you have to work with tears.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not easy. The time is not there to spend with your children.
Yeah.
It's not there. Balancing, especially now having a teenager or teenagers, so to say, it's really not easy. But as teachers, we just as parents who are teachers, we know the effect. So we just have to create that time.
Exactly.
If it's on a weekend, on a Sunday, we just have to create that time.
Yeah.
For them.
Because I was going there to that.
Yeah.
There can never be enough time for
There can never be enough.
Do you not think that only weekend is enough to take care of them?
The thing is, the society we have found ourselves in is just so crazy.
Yeah.
You have no choice. You have to go out there and get more resources. You have to go out there and get more
to
funds.
support them.
So there's nothing you can really do. You just have to make do with the little time you have and spend the little time you can make out for them.
You know, it's very critical, you know, to know that yes, the society is, oh my God, it's so challenging.
Yeah.
Right? In as much as we need to go out there to get resources, unlike in those days.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember in those days, some people go into the teaching profession so they can have time.
Yeah, exactly.
They can have time for their families, for their children. It's not the same thing like Mrs. Olabi said earlier. In the days we are in now, you know, you find teachers, they are in school till 6 p.m. and you wonder that children close at what time? You know?
And then, you know, the funny thing now is that even you know, then you had the holiday periods for yourself and your family, but not anymore, because you discover that even during that the last, I mean, this long vacation, we have 7 weeks, but you discover that the school, we just to, you know, you have to do summer school, then you spend like 5 weeks doing summer school. Then you think of your family, okay, I want to go and visit my parents or my you spend the remaining 1 week. I mean, 1 week, so you don't have much time. Even during, sometimes, while preparing for the children that will be writing exams, like those ones in year 6, those ones in year 9, and the final year, you discover that the teachers are always engaged during those periods. You ask them to come to school to take these kids. So when do you have time for your children? When? Can you tell me?
You know what I would say, honestly, in as much as we know that this thing is very tasking, we must create time.
Yeah.
Hey, we must create time.
That is it.
We have to create time. There's trouble out there.
Yeah.
You know, we must create time because we're accountable for these children. There has to be, because what you are saying now, you're not the only ones. I've listened to other teachers. I'm still going to bring more people, you know, to talk about these things we're talking about. And I've listened to a lot of teachers, and the same thing they are saying. When will I have time? You know, I'm in school till 5, till 6. You know, holiday periods, they'll still tell us come and do summer school. Wait, don't you have a choice? I mean, can you not say no? I just want to know to summer school.
No, you can, but you look at the children, because you want to say no to the kids that are going to write exams. Do you expect the school to, employ teachers to take that part during that period? So you have to look at that point that, okay, I don't have any, it's not that you don't have any choice. You can actually say no. But you look at the kids that will be writing exam, okay? They're not the only one writing exam. So if they are exempt from being taken during those periods, you know, you just to prepare them for the exam. And at that point, at that time, school can't just go and employ those ones that will take them at that particular time. Because if they do, apparently by the time they resume, they will tell you, okay, you don't have there is someone who can take your class. Okay, so that is it. So you have to look at that. So it's not that you don't have any choice. You can't say no. You can actually say no.
Okay. What should we say is the way forward? Because let's not forget the purpose of this program. We want to be able to proffer solutions. We want to be able to say, maybe we should do it this way. Maybe. What do you think is the way forward to ensure that even though you are teachers and you want to be responsible, you know, for the children you handle in school, your own, they are not suffering at all. Even apart, not just teenagers. Teenagers, those ones are even grown, right? The pre-teenagers, the younger children, they are the ones that will even suffer more, because they are the ones that will now grow to teenage. Children that parents did not have time for. because they are busy taking care of other people's children. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So what should be the way forward? I know there are many teachers that would watch this, you understand, and I know that we're going to receive a lot of comments, and we'll appreciate it. We'll be glad to have comments, to have your own opinions, you know, as well. People watching us out there, we'll appreciate your comments, your opinions. Maybe somebody out there would benefit from it. What should be the way forward? We all need money. We need the resources.
Yeah.
Judging by the economy that we are in now, you know, daddies will go out, mommy will go out, everybody is going to look for money. Yes, we are teachers, okay, we are imparting knowledge on other people's children, okay. What should we do to balance it so that you as parents, as mothers of teenagers in your own home too, they are not getting wayward, they are not missing the mark? You understand? What do you think should be the way forward towards balancing things?
Okay, what I can say is that because what we have to look at now is to look at before they get to that same age.
Okay.
You don't wait until they get to that age. I think that is what we can do, because if you wait till they get there, you know, we're looking at solutions, not how to prevent the problem. You will not be able
preventive measures.
Preventive measures now. So what I did, there was a time I was, you know, even on Saturdays, I was going out, you know, taking children. There was a time I had to look at it this way. Okay, can you bring your children to my place? Because I wouldn't want a situation whereby I'll go out there to take your own child and my own child will be left alone. Do you understand? So there was a time I had to look at that. So I knew the parents can bring their children, they can bring those kids to my place. So I had
to your house?
Yes. So I have to tell them, okay, this is what you can do. On Saturdays.
Sorry to cut you. Which parents are you parenting at? Your school?
Yes.
The parents of the children in your school?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I take children that are preparing for common entrance and are preparing for junior YA.
Okay.
So those ones, I actually told the parent, if you can bring them to my place, okay, you know,
that's a personal arrangement.
Yes.
Not official.
Yes, it was personal arrangement.
Okay.
You know, I'm talking about Saturdays. You know, even on Saturdays, then I was going out. I would either go to school to take some kids. Like yesterday, I still went to school yesterday.
Up extra job.
But it's risky, telling them to bring them to home.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I think, well, I don't know.
You know, because I didn't have any, you know, sometimes they can be on your neck. Please, I want you to take this child. You know, even on Saturdays, and you know, okay, maybe you have some other kids that you were taking, and you could see that, oh, I really wanted. Then I wanted to take those kids just to help them. Okay, I was like, okay, if they can bring them to my place. Okay. So that was the way I had to. That Saturday, I had to stop that Saturday classes. They were bringing them as well as I was taking them. I'll be taking my own child as well. You understand? Yeah. So, and one thing I did when I realized that, okay, that's my boy who is a teenager now, then I didn't really have much time for him. Because even during exams, sometimes I'll be out. You know, going after school, I have to go to classes or stay back at school and you know, take some extra classes. So then what I did was I had to withdraw my daughter from performance school. So I have to bring her to where I work now.
Okay.
So that I'll have more time.
So she schools where you are.
Yes.
So that's beautiful.
And I think so far so good. I've been able to monitor, and it really helped.
Okay. Really what about you, Sister?
Actually, the thing is, the way it is with may not be the same way with another person. One thing I believe is at times you feel you're even spending time with the student, and you're actually not.
Okay.
I believe it's the quality of time you put in with an individual child.
Not the length of time,
not
quantity.
Yes. Okay, I am someone that I'd be always around, but my husband, once in a while, we try to, you know, someone has to be with them. Because, but one thing I make sure of is when I am with them, I am actually with them.
Yeah.
Okay. I am actually with them. If it's just 1 hour, we sit down together, have that
quality time.
Because it's not every time that it should be about education.
Okay.
Just be with them.
Yeah.
At times we just watch a soap opera together. I want to hear their views. I want to hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
Especially my teenage boy. I want to see what he has gleaned from what he just watched, and I just want to hear his view. Especially because of these movies they are churning out now.
Yeah.
So I want to hear what he has to say. So most times, and we do it a lot, most parents even come home and then they think they're spending time with their children and then they're on the phone.
You know, I wanted you to actually land, because when you said earlier that I spend, you know, the quality of time that I'm there with them and I'm really there with them.
Yes.
You know, it's not that you are there and you are on the phone.
You're on the phone, you know, actually have that time to invest, to talk to them.
Yeah.
To talk, to have that interactive section with them. I don't believe it's that much time spending the whole 24 hours with them.
Yeah.
But if it's just 30 minutes, if it's just 1 hour,
it must be
that thing you're able to
qualitative.
impact into them.
Yes.
Even if it is just bring your school book, you elaborate more on what they have done in school. You're able to, or even off what is being taught in school. It could be something on Joe, what is it called, that station on Najo Wild. You talk about things, you are spending time with them, and that is what I think those teenagers, especially the teenagers, need. That time.
Quality.
That quality time.
You know, I agree. In fact, this is so beautiful, and I pray that somebody out there is learning something, is picking something. What I was doing with my children, you know, part of it, we call it the me time. It was my third son that came up with that concept. That mommy, maybe we should be having me time. And similarly, we also agreed. So we started having me time. Me time means it's not all of us, so as in it's me, myself, and you. And not with the brothers, you know, one on one. You understand? And it's you can't imagine what that did. You know, they were able to talk. Because there are times they have things to say, but because their siblings are there,
they won't be able to say.
They zip their mouth. They don't want to talk. You understand? But when it's you and them alone, hey, they open up. Although not in all cases, but parents out there, please, you can try the me time. You know, and like Ms. Zago said earlier, quality time. Quality time might be 30 minutes, because really, I mean, you must provide. You must go out there and work. You want to give them the best quality education. You know, everything is money. So you can't afford to say you are sitting down doing nothing. Okay? So, and the teaching job is no longer what it used to be. It's not like banking job that you are there for hours. You know, so the little time you have should not be such that you are busy on the phone, pressing the phone, even though the children are seated, but you're on the phone, or you are, you know, busy, you know, chatting with this, you know, doing that. It should be a no-no, because we realize that the children we have now, the decadence we have in society now, excuse me, is as a result of improper, do you understand, home
Training.
relationship, improper. So you have some people who are like nuisance in the society, they grow up to be. So we don't want that to continue. So parents need to have quality time, whether you're a teacher, you're a banker, you're a business person. All these jobs have their ups and downs. So I think we've been able to agree that we should give them quality time, not time that should be I'm there physically, but you are not there. It will help a great deal. Thank you so much for these views. If you like what we do on Real Parenting, please subscribe. Click on the bell button so that you can be notified whenever we make a new post. Like, put in your comment, and please share with others. We will appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so moving on to the next question. You know, I've spoken to quite a number of teenagers who said to me that they don't like the way teachers relate with them, the way teachers talk to them. That oftentimes teachers treat them as if they are kids, and they are not kids anymore. And don't let's forget that, that teenage window, they believe, they are now grown, you understand, and they want to be talked to in a certain way or related with in a certain way, but that they don't like the way their teachers relate with them. What do you have to say? I'll start with you, Ms. Agbo. What do you have to say to that?
I think as teachers, we actually need to understand the fact that...
Wait, do you agree with that?
To some certain extent, I agree with that.
All right.
The fact is that we are dealing with hormonal teenagers here, and they are not actually children anymore, though not adults.
Children,
but
they are not
to
children in quotes.
They are not children.
Okay.
Though they are not adults,
Okay.
they need to be treated with respect.
Okay.
With you can't just talk to. I like I said, I am a mother of a teenager, and go to a certain stage. Even before you go to that 13, that age 13, I realized I had to be careful of how I relate or talk to my son, because at that point in time they become quite emotional. You would need to be very, very careful of the things you say. You get I was once a teenager, actually. Everybody was once that. I was once a teenager, and I remember that was kind of like the most difficult period for me. I was not friends with my mom because the thoughts I had then, you say little things to me, it really affects me. So maybe that was why I'm able to, understand. There are some things when you just have to be careful of how you talk to them. I, as a teacher, I know that. Accord them with that respect. Don't be too familiar with them. You don't need to be too strict. But please respect them. Respect their views. Don't talk to them as if you're talking to someone in a nursery class. Because at that point, they have emotions. Their emotion is even running wild. Is running wild. And don't forget, at that period in time, that because of the so much hormone and all that stuff, some of them tend to be rude. They push boundaries. They don't want to listen. Their attention span is, you're teaching, they are doing something else. Once you have that understanding that something is behind all that, I think
you'll be on the same page.
Yes, you'll be on the same. You'll be able to,
relate,
handle them and relate. It's just knowing the fact that you can't shout at them. Imagine being in the class and then you're shouting at, telling them stand up, raise up your hand, or those things you do to the younger ones. You can't do that to them.
Yeah.
You have to treat them as young adults.
Yeah, young adults. Ms. Ola, what do you have to say?
I also agree with what she said. But there are some things I do as a teacher.
Okay.
Each year you take new set of pupils and new set of students and new set of children from different backgrounds. So you look at it, you prepare yourself before they get to that class. Okay, what are the things? What are the challenges that I face last session? So what are the things that I need to do right now? Those are the things that we do, to train these children, and even at home. Some things that I do is that I do try to set, there are some ground rules that I'll set, then also create some clear boundaries. Do you understand? First of all, we have to look at these rules, okay? In every home, you have your own rule, right? In every school, okay, in a school you have rules. Okay, these are the things that we must do. You know yourself, you are a teenager. Okay, you have to respect yourself. So there are some things you must do, there are some things you mustn't do. Okay? I need to respect you as well. But there are some things you don't do. Do you understand? And you have to be firm a bit when you're handling teenagers. You can't be too soft and you respect them. Yes, and you can't be too strict as well. You need to understand them. Do you understand? So that they don't give you attitude. Do you understand? You have to understand them, and you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to. Sometimes they may need you. You know, there are some of them that lack parental support.
Yeah.
And they behave anyhow. They give aggressive behavior.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So you have to understand them. You have to. You try to know what the problem is.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Sometimes they can just behave anyhow,
Yeah.
not knowing what the kind of problem they are facing. So you have to understand that it's not that okay, a child just behave anyhow. What's wrong with you? How can you, next time you pull that kind of stunt, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No. Sometimes you see this child, he doesn't behave that way. So we try to understand.
Yeah.
You try to communicate and understand. You understand, but first of all, you have to set some ground rules. Do you understand? So that they don't go beyond that, and they should know what they must do and what they must not do. So you know, there are some children that they don't know. Sometimes they just behave anyhow. They don't know. Okay, this thing is wrong for me to do.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So you have to let them know. You educate them.
Okay.
Then you set some rules. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I think with that, you yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say you should look into the camera and talk to teachers. You know, just briefly. Okay, just as teachers, please advise fellow teachers, because what we are talking about now honestly can impact on the learning of the teenagers, even the younger ones, anyone. Because I realize that when a student doesn't really like a teacher or doesn't really, you know, they are not compatible, learning becomes like task.
Yeah.
It's challenging. Something they are supposed to enjoy, they just endure it because they just don't like this teacher. This teacher doesn't like me as a teenager. This teacher doesn't respect me. So no matter what the teacher says, you know, they are not really learning. So in order for learning to take place, whether they are teenagers or just young children coming up, teachers need to know this. So please advise fellow teachers out there briefly on how they should relate with these students, this special window.
Okay.
Teenagers.
I think we need to, you know, sometimes when they give you this respectful attitude, you need to understand them. Try to know their problem, what the problem is, and don't be too strict in judging them. Don't be too strict. You have to be mild. I mean, as in, even if you're going to discipline them, you shouldn't be severe. You understand? And you know, once you don't, just like you go for a competition and you get there are some things you don't know about and you get disqualified. You don't need to and the child starts arguing with you. You don't need to why do you have to disqualify me? Why do you have to do this? Because you didn't tell me from the beginning, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that. So that's why you have to set some rules, some ground rules, some rules. Yes, because there are some of them that they don't know what to do and what not to do.
Okay.
So you have to educate them. You have to let them. You have to set some rules. So to guide them. Do you understand? We need to do some things. We need to educate them so as to guide them.
Ms. Agoro, what advice do you have?
So my fellow teachers out there, when I was a teenager, one of the things I did not like was being shouted at when I do things wrong. I don't think any child likes that, or any teenager.
Nah.
So I believe if you're in a class and you are having an unruly child with you or a unruly teenager, I don't think the best solution at the time is to shout at that child. Take that child out, be separate, and then talk to the child.
Try and understand.
Yes. One of the things that make children rebel is when they come with violence and then you come with double of it. When they come that way, you calm down with them, tell them to calm. Even if you're still going to discipline them, at that moment, don't shout at them. And then as teachers, we have to have this thing, the conscious efforts to motivate our students, our teenagers, our children, our pupils. Every time we meet with them, what do they get from you? What do they gain from you per time when you meet them? I try as much as possible. Once I go into class, any child I am meeting, I try to say something positive. You can't just go all backing and shouting. They know you as the master of all disciplinary in the school, and then it doesn't work that way. Children don't. It doesn't work that way. Have that conscious effort, that consciousness in you to impact the children you're meeting, motivate them, talk to them, be friendly, not too friendly, but be friendly. Be friendly. Be there for them. Listen to them when they talk. Some teenagers, this thing is hormonal, as I said. Some like to talk at that stage, and some like to keep to themselves. The ones that want to talk, be there for them. Advise them. It is when you talk, you know what they are passing through. Don't let your face be all up.
Yeah.
That teacher cannot be approached or something. She's a disciplinarian or something. Let it not be like that.
Yeah.
Be there for them. Motivate them, as I said. Impact. There should be a positive word per day. One thing I tell the pupils I teach now, they do this a lot. You're teaching them, and then they are humming songs and they are singing. Yeah, they do that a lot. And I tell them, P Square, you are humming the song. P Square is a millionaire. I try to let them see that you need to focus on what you not just shout at them.
Be the best at what
you're doing. Be the best at what you're doing. Let them see why they should focus on what they are doing now. Not just all shout. Not just all scolding and all. Let them see why they should focus. They should be they should focus on their education or whatever, be determined. Not just behave anyhow. So that's my.
All right. I'll add my own 10 kobo. Our dear teachers, we thank you so much. You are doing a great job, contributing to the lives of our children. However, as fellow teachers have spoken, please be kind. Try to be understanding. Try and understand that these children are going through a lot as well. It's not everything they can talk about. Talk to them also with respect, by understanding their feelings too, and everything will work well. Thank you so much. Dear parents, our dear parents out there, the teaching job is a very noble job. It's one of the most important jobs in the world. Please, you need to encourage your children to respect their teachers. Teachers are going through a lot to impart knowledge. They go through a lot, getting the lessons together, coming to class, leaving their families behind and focusing on the children. Parents, you have a lot of work to do. Students must, whether they are teenagers, they are younger children, they must respect the teachers. It is not easy to come to class to teach. It's a job that requires absolute respect, absolute appreciation. So on this note, I want to say thank you, Mrs. Agoro, for coming on the program. Ms. Olabi, thank you so much. I hope when next we invite you.
Yeah, we'll be glad to.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for watching us. We're going to bring another interesting episode, and we're still going to talk more on this. And I hope somebody out there has been able to learn something. On this note, I say good night and God bless. If you like what we do on Real Parenting, please subscribe. Click on the bell button so that you can be notified whenever we make a new post. Like, put in your comment, and please share with others. We will appreciate that. Thank you.